So I got to speak to an alien recently. Let me tell you all about that. My name is Candice of Karuna Wellness. I'm a Reiki master, holistic healer, and I'm also a quantum healing hypnosis technique practitioner. I'm a level 2. And one of my recent interactions with a client, I was permitted or allowed to speak with an alien. And this alien confirmed some visions I've been having personally and some things I've shared in my recent videos. So I thought I'd share them with you as well. It was told to me and the client that we are to share this information, and we are done trying to convince people of what's right, what's wrong, what's happening or not. We're not here to convince anyone of anything. So before I get into my story, take what resonates, leave the rest. So this alien was telling me about their species and what they look like first of all, and what they do. So they've got very, very long faces, very slim bodies. They do have hair on their heads, long limbs, long fingers, and a bluish kind of translucent skin. And this is how they wish us to perceive them, or a way that we can perceive them that we can integrate, that doesn't scare us, right? Because they don't have to take form, but this is the form that they took. And my client has no actual real connection with these aliens, but their higher self wanted them to know information about what's going on in the world and share it with myself as well. So here I am sharing. So this type of alien, what they do is they collect, they record, they categorize, they're very meticulous, they research, they experience, they know everything. They're very meticulous about their work, and they help to keep a record of everything. Flora, fauna, minerals, animate, inanimate, whatever it is. Not only here on Earth, but other planets in our galaxy. So these aliens are part of our galaxy, one of our sister planets. And there are other planets like Earth that have been reseeded in the past, and it came to light through this session with my client. Earth has been reseeded 5 times prior, and we're approaching the 6th time. And so I asked, what's that going to look like? And they said, your 2032 is when nature hits its equilibrium or its balance, where Mother Earth, Gaia, goes through her shift. So right now, Earth is shifting, and she's done with karma. She has allowed humans to come in to sort out their karma. And if people need to sort out their karma, they're going to have to do it somewhere else. That's why we're running out of time for that in our linear scale. So Earth is shifting. And so with this shift, we're going to notice some changes with Mother Earth. And I'm sure we're already noticing that. A lot of deconstruction of things around us, different institutions, and also a lot of earthquakes, volcanic activity, solar activity, cosmic activity, etc., etc. And things are happening faster and faster and faster and faster. And sometimes a day feels like you've lived a bunch of years. So 2032 is the date I was given that the Earth is going to reach her equilibrium. Okay. So I'm looking around me right now. I'm going, well, how are we going to get there? It's 2025, and it feels like we're kind of still on our way there. There's a lot of work to do. So with this, Earth is reaching her equilibrium. Humans, well, we've got some decisions to make as to how we want to manage our time until that point. We can go along with Earth, or we can resist, or whatever we want to do. We have free will here, but Earth is shifting with or without us, kind of thing. So you decide where you want to be with that. So in the meantime, I was told that we're going to see a lot of destruction and chaos in the future. So tsunamis, earthquakes, volcanic activity, we're already seeing that. Whole continents shifting, submerging underwater. And I was told there'll be just over 2 billion people left. Okay, that's a significant amount of people leaving the Earth. Whether this is true or not, I don't know. I'm just sharing what I got through a session with a client. So again, take it or leave it. It could be literal, it could be metaphorical. I don't know. I'm just the messenger, and I want to share this knowledge or wisdom or information with you. Do with it what you will. Interpret it the way that it resonates most with you. That's all I can tell you to do, is just stand in your truth, and you're a sovereign being, so take what you want from this. So just over 2 billion people left. The reason there are so many people here, because I'm like, well, why, if it's not sustainable to have this many people here, because that's what the alien was saying, there's too many humans, there's too much devastation and destruction going on. Why are they letting us be here? Like, why are we choosing to incarnate? What's going on? A lot of people are coming here to work out karma, then they're forgetting why they're here. Then other people come in to save them and they forget why they're here, so on and so forth. And there's some other people here that actually aren't here for karma at all. I know that I'm one of them. And my client is also one, and there's a few other people. Like there's a lot of us here that are just here to help with the shift, and they're here to experience something that has never been experienced before, and we get to experience it in physical form. And we are the densest pebble in the pond. So in physical form, when things happen, it ripples out through space and time and other dimensions like crazy. It has a crazy effect. So a lot of people like myself and others are here, and maybe yourself watching this, are here to anchor that. We're bridges for that shift. So it's a lot more sustainable and manageable. Okay. And that's maybe sometimes why we have all these traumatic things happen in our lives, but we have no karma. It's because we're so bright. And these traumatic things happen to us because these other, we'll call darker entities or whatever, are like a moth to a flame. Okay. And sometimes we just kind of get sucked into different things because we are in a human form with a human mind. And also, it makes us more relatable. We can understand the human condition when we go through traumatic things. So sometimes we kind of choose those things, not out of karma, but so that we understand. We know how to play the game. We know the dance moves. We've been there, done that. So there's a lot of shifting and changing happening. I asked if we will see aliens in physical form. This particular species of alien said no. No, no, no. And I said, well, why not? They said, well, we tried that in 1952. It didn't go so well. So I don't know what happened in 1952. I kind of looked it up. I think some ship was maybe floating over the White House and people kind of went ballistic, and it kind of messed with people's psyche a little bit. So I think some of the memory got erased a little bit. So it wouldn't be so traumatic for us, because what do we humans do when something new happens? We go to fear, right? We go to fear. We go, oh my God, kill it. Ew. Oh my God, gross, right? Just like a little bug. Imagine if the universe treated us like that. We'd be dead long ago. Like, we need to really work on our vibration. And I mean, I get like that too, right? I go, oh my God, you get that repulsed feeling. So they said after 2032, there'll be physical contact for the majority through this specific species of alien. But until that point, it'll be mostly telepathic or synchronicity or, other ways of communication. That being said, there are people that do have physical contact with aliens right now. Okay. But it's just not on the collective scale, because the collective isn't ready for that. And it will come as poison, not as medicine. And they, amongst other alien species, are being very careful and meticulous about how they do this, because they want the shift to go successfully. They want things to work out the way they're supposed to work out. So I asked what we would identify this alien as. I said, what would you call yourself? And they said, alien, extraterrestrial. And I'm like, well, us humans like to name things, like we like to categorize just like you in a way, but we have a different way of doing it, obviously. So I said, what would we perceive you as? Like, what kind of species, And they said Pleiadian. But the feeling I got in my gut was they're not your typical Pleiadian. They are Pleiadian descent, but they're like on the other side of source Pleiadian. I can't say that word. I don't know why. So I feel like they're a faction of the Pleiadians that are beyond source, like very, very, very high dimensional or high frequency, the ones that I feel I'm interacting with. And that could be the regular Pleiadians. I don't know, but I just got a sense of where like home was for them, or like where they were coming from when I was sitting in session with my client. Again, whether this is true or not, I don't know. I'm just going with my gut. Do I sound like a crazy person? Yeah, maybe I do, but I thought I would share it because it's kind of fun and interesting. And if it is something that's happening physically, it's nice to be prepared. And I felt no fear when I was listening to this. So there are souls that are choosing to leave, and we must respect their journey. And all we can do, according to, as per one of my close friends, is just send love. Okay. We can't control other people's journeys. And it doesn't mean you don't have compassion for others. It's not like, oh, well, it sucks to be them. Or is it going to happen to me? I don't know. Allow your journey to unfold. Allow their journey to unfold. Detach from all the chaos and that stuff, and just view it as it is. You don't need to identify with what's happening, but be observant of what's happening. If you are to play a role in something, you will know. It will be abundantly clear that you need to participate in this in some way, shape, or form, because people that have retired are being called out of retirement. If you are meant to be part of this, you will. You will be called out. If not, continue your inward journey. By doing your inner work, there it is, you are helping the earth ascend and shift, and you are helping those around you as well, because you are emanating something that you cannot see. We've been conditioned to only trust our physical senses. There is more to what we can see and perceive than the 5 senses. Period. Scientific fact. Not going to try to prove it to you. Look it up yourself. We have other ways of perceiving. We are the densest pebble in the pond. So when we do our inner work, that ripples out through space and time in a way that we cannot always consciously comprehend. So stay true to yourself, stay true to your truth. Remember, you are a sovereign being. Everything I say is not necessarily your truth. It may not all resonate with you, and maybe it does. Be discerning, sit with what resonates with you, and make decisions in life that serve your highest good. This doesn't mean you're abandoning other people and being selfish and a narcissist. It means you're being smart, tactful, and you're getting into alignment to serve the highest good. All right. I love you all very much. Have a wonderful day.